My experiences with the supernatural. A lot of them. Well, let's see. Let's see the first one. I'm a little kid, sitting at the edge of the bed, talking to my mom about school. And I think I was like probably 7 or 8 years old. Look down the hallway and see a lady smiling. I saw straight through her. She was a ghost. She looked like the ghost off of Ghostbusters, but it wasn't the same girl. So it wasn't the same lady. And she walked in my room. Turned the lights on, nobody there. My mom didn't see it, but I did. So I knew the supernatural was real. And I know that ghosts are real. But I wasn't a church boy. My mom didn't make me go to church, so... I believed in God. She told me about God, so... But I thought, I just gotta be good, and God, me and God are good, you know, yeah. Beyond all that, another supernatural time. Well, I checked out this God thing and went to a big, huge event. Millions of thousands of weird Christian people that they're same age as me, and I was probably about 16. And I was looking for chicks, you know. Hell yeah, I'm gonna give me a girlfriend. But they're all in different churches in different states and all that, so yeah. Anyways, guys smacked with the gospel. And it was a black preacher too. I was like, yeah, I'm a hip hop fan, and I love, yeah. Anyways, I thought it would be boring, but this guy preaches about this guy named Jesus Christ, the Son of God. I was like, okay, I've heard about him, but I don't know him. I don't know. And so what he said is what I am a sinner, and he died on the cross for my sins, and he paid the price for me. And so I was like, and I'm summarizing. It said a lot of great stuff, and I was like, okay, let me check it out. Okay, I'm going down, and I got this huge football player looking guy. He was my youth leader, and his name, I called him Homie. His last name was Holmes, and he was right behind me, hand on my shoulder, and we were all down there at the altar, and I said the sinner's prayer, and I invited the Lord in my heart, and he turned the lights on, is what happened. Basically, it's like instant. It wasn't like, I don't know how to say it. It wasn't like, I don't know. Anyways, it was like the void in my heart was filled. There was something I was searching for all my whole life as I was 16 years old, trying to fulfill it, and Jesus came in there and filled it up. Gave me hope, gave me truth, gave me just, it's like he turned the lights on. And so I saw what sin was, and I understood what sin was. But I still sinned. I still was a knothead. I still was doing things. Fast forward, really supernatural event. Okay, let's see if I get the right one here. Aha. Oh yeah, this one. We had a going away party for a youth pastor. We had hard times in our church. We were losing pastors left and right. Different pastors coming in. A lot of drama and a lot of craziness. But I still stuck it through. I was loyal to my church, and I stayed there. And I'm glad I did, because it's my home. That's still cool. But my supernatural experience, this guy, I had to drive this girl home. It was really foggy and dark and scary, and just one of those rainy days, kind of like probably this time of the year, where it gets dark at 4 o'clock. And anyways, long story short, we pulled up in front of the church, nobody else there, because I had to meet her ride to pick her up to drive her home. So we're sitting there waiting for the ride to come. All of a sudden, this car pulls up. Who's that? I don't know. That's not your ride? No. This guy comes out of the car. His hair is all frizzy, and his eyes are like this. But when I looked in his eyes, they were steely gray. There was like no color. It wasn't black eyes, and it wasn't white eyes. It was steely gray. It was freaky. Freaked me out. And so I'm jokey, ha ha ha, listening to the gospel gangsters bumping into in my ride, you know what I'm saying? My little beater of a car. And I pulled down the window, and I was like, hey, how you doing? What do you need? What's your name? And he looked around, and I was like, first thought in my mind, oh my gosh, this guy's going to rob me. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen. And he goes, I am the I am. And as soon as he said that, it's like like a lightning strike of fear went straight through my body. I was shaking. I could just feel like a clashing, like a force, like the spirit in me was fighting with the spirit, whatever was around him. And it was just like you just feel the just intensity, the crazy intensity. I was weak. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what to do. Okay, I was like, okay, God, give me wisdom. What do I do? And this guy was just railing me, talking about a lot of mystical stuff, and he was quoting the Bible left and right. And I didn't know the Bible. I didn't read it that much. So, okay, whatever. And he just was going on and on and on, and he was trying to make me renounce Christ. He was trying to make me just give up Jesus. He's the wrong God to serve, and blah, 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 blah. But everything in my being, I could not do it. I couldn't do it. I just could not give him up. He died on the cross for me. He paid the price for my sins. I'm going to heaven because what Jesus Christ did. And so I could not give him up. And what if I did? If I said, I would renounce him, blah, 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 and do what this guy says and just follow him around, I would have been following a cult, which would be mystical and probably no love. I'd probably just do works to serve that guy. Yeah, like I want that. And on top of that, he prophesied on me. And I was like, no, you're gonna... He goes, I'm going to prophesy anyway. And he says, you're going to bear a son. And that you're going to name him Merlin. And I'm like, what? And so that stuck. And guess what happened? I had a daughter first. Ha 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 ha. I can't say my other supernatural experience. This guy named Bob Larson. I don't know if you've seen him on TBN a couple times. Blah, blah, blah. He's the real exorcist. If you Google the real exorcist, you'll see him. Bob Larson. I went to one of his sessions and checked it out. And I thought of every horror movie I ever seen in my life. And it was kind of different, you know. But what I felt, it was kind of like a church service. But it was at a hotel place because churches don't really deal with the kind of stuff, which doesn't make sense. And beyond all that, Bob Larson's like seeking out people, and all of a sudden, after we do some praise songs, and brings the person up to the stage, and then he's got a microphone, and you can see the expression on the person's face, how intense, and it's like a different person. But it was a demon that just manifested out of this person. And I was like, this is real. This is not acting. There's no way. I even talked to the person afterwards, and he was totally different. Totally, just like it put a mask on. It's a different person to the demon. And so I saw the power of God just clashing. And when he put the Bible on the guy's head, the demon was shrieking and just... Ah! It was so intense. I mean, it's really, really powerful. And just to see the submission that this demon was just freaking out about the blood of Christ and just saying, you know, no, don't send me there. And Bob Larson just sent him to the abyss. And I guess it's a lock-up chamber for demons that they get tortured forever and they get let out somehow. And or they go to Hades, which that's another thing too. And so yeah, supernatural experiences.